So call to order, Mr. Cochin, please proceed with the roll call.
Call the roll for the regular board meeting in Winnipeg School Division for October 3rd, 2016. Trustee Friedman.
Present.
Trustee Collins.
Here.
Trustee Koszalanek.
Yes.
Trustee Babinski. Trustee Wasilou.
Here.
Trustee Broughton.
Here.
Trustee Naylor. Trustee Rollins.
Present. Approval of the agenda, moved by Trustee Friedman, seconded by Trustee Brotman, that the...
Point of order,
Yes.
Chair. Are we supposed to read the,
Sorry, I would like, so thank you, Trustee Koszalanek. I would like to state that this school board meeting is taking place on Treaty 1 land and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. Approval of the agenda. Moved by Trustee Friedman and seconded by Trustee Broughton that the agenda be approved.
Discussion, Chair. I'd like to sorry, add a verbal finance update to our committee updates.
I'll second it if it needs to be seconded.
Yes, please, all in favor? Thank you. Any further additions? Trustee Koszalanek.
I'd like to add a personnel matter to the in-camera portion of our meeting.
And I'll second that as well.
Okay, all in favor? Carried. Any further additions? Great, all those in favor for the agenda for one last time, thank you, carried. Reading and confirming of minutes, moved by Trustee Collins, seconded by Trustee Wasilou that the minutes dated for September 12, 2016 be approved as distributed. All those in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Moved by Trustee Collins, seconded by Trustee Wasilou that the minutes dated September 19th, 2016 be approved as distributed. All those in favor? Carried. Reading and communications and petitions. There is no correspondence for this agenda. Presentation and consideration of reports. Accounts list summaries of salaries and wages. Summaries of salaries and wages paid during the month of August 2016 and accounts lists for the month of 2016 have been approved, provided to the trustees. Moved by Trustee Broughton, seconded by Trustee Friedman that the list of salaries and wages paid during the month of August 2016 as summarized on accounts list 2016-08 be approved and confirmed. All those in favor? Carried. Moved by Trustee Broughton and seconded by Trustee Friedman that the August 2016 list of payment of accounts be approved and confirmed. All those in favor? Carried. Cecil Road School Roof Replacement 2016. In a letter dated July 8th, 2016, the Public Schools Finance Board authorized the division to proceed with a roof replacement 2016 project at Cecil Road School. Tenders were advertised for the project. The following is a tabulation of the bids received. Normando Roofing Limited, $399,315. It did not meet specifications. Norman Roofing Limited, $442,884. Flynn Canada Limited, $44,304.46. Master Roofing Limited, $453,000. Oakwood Roofing and Sheet Metal Company Limited, $460,199. MJ Roofing and Supply Limited, $520,676. Moved by Trustee Wasilou and seconded by Trustee Collins that, subject to the Public Schools Finance Board approval, the tender of the Norman Roofing Limited to supply all material and perform all work in the connection of the roof replacement 2016 project at Cecil Road School be accepted in accordance with the plans and specifications therefore for the total amount of $442,884 being the tender price, including provincial sales tax excluding goods and services tax, and that the proper officers of the division be authorized to enter into a contract with Norwind Roofing Limited for the carrying out of the work.
Discussion?
Yes.
Just two quick questions. If this passes recommendation tonight, when do we expect the work to begin and to be completed?
It's expected to start as soon as we pass it this next couple of months. So we're expected to have it finished before December. They can do the work in the cold weather if they have to.
Thank you.
Anything else? All those in favor? Carried. Manitoba Association of Parent Councils. Since the 2009-2010 school year, the Winnipeg School Division has covered the costs of memberships for schools interested in becoming members of the Manitoba Association of Parent Councils. In 2009, the cost of membership was $40 and now has increased to $70 for the 2016-2017 school year. The Manitoba Association of Parent Councils is an organization of school-based parent groups throughout Manitoba. Membership with the MAPC supports parent groups by representing school parent groups in Manitoba by working closely with Manitoba Education and other educational partners. In 2015-2016, 33 schools requested membership for a total cost of $2,145. It is projected that should 35 schools become interested in membership, the 2016-2017 cost of membership to the division would be approximately $2,450. It is recommended that the Winnipeg School Division continue to cover the Manitoba Association of Parent Councils membership costs for interested parent councils. So moved by trustee Koshalanik and seconded by trustee Friedman that parent councils be reimbursed the cost of $70 to become a member of the Manitoba Association of Parent Councils. Any discussion, trustee Koshalanik?
Yes, I'm just curious if we happen to have a breakdown of our schools that are not taking part of this and perhaps what the reasoning might be. If that's a question we could maybe put to those parent councils, why they don't see the benefit to it. But the second question is, are we aware of why there's been a substantial increase for the membership? What extra our schools are getting for that? And I understand that those aren't questions that can be answered tonight, and I look forward to seeing at some other point.
We'll make note of it and then get back to you, trustee Koshalanik. Winnipeg School Division, Winnipeg Police Services Joint Committee Report number 1.
Point of order.
Point of order. We never actually passed that.
Oh, I'm sorry. That the parent council, moved by trustee Koshalanik and seconded by trustee Friedman, that the parent councils be reimbursed the cost of $70 to become a member of the Manitoba Association of Parent Councils. All those in favor? Carried. Sorry about that, I'm speeding ahead. Winnipeg School Division, Winnipeg Police Services Joint Committee Report number 1, 2016, dated June 13, 2016, moved by trustee Friedman, seconded by trustee Koshalanik, that the Winnipeg School Division, Winnipeg Police Services Joint Committee Report number 1, 2016, dated June 13, 2016, be received as information. All those in favor? Carried. Finance Personnel Committee Report number 10, 2016, dated September 19th, 2016, moved by trustee Broughton, seconded by trustee Friedman, that the Finance Personnel Committee Report number 10, 2016, dated September 19th, 2016, be received in information. All those in favor? Carried. Trustee Broughton, do you have a recommendation?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Your committee has a recommendation that the revised terms of reference for the
Excellent. All those in favor? Oh, we need a seconder. Trustee Friedman's a seconder. All those in favor? Thank you. Carried. Inquiries and announcements. Oh, sorry, we need a roll.
Yes, tonight, Finance and Personnel Committee had confidential discussions, and we have 4 recommendations coming out of that meeting. I move that the financial statements for the Winnipeg School Division for the year ending June 30th, 2016 be approved for submission to the Minister of Education and Training.
Yes, seconder. Thank you, trustee Collins. All those in favor? Great. Thank you. Go ahead.
In addition, committee recommends and I move that the firm of KPMG Chartered Accounts be appointed to conduct the audit of the pension fund of employees other than teachers, Margaret H. Crawford Fund and Children's Heritage Fund for the year ending December 31st, 2016.
I move the seconder, trustee Friedman. Thank you. All those in favor? Carried.
I move that the firm of KPMG Chartered Accounts be appointed to conduct the audit of the financial statements of the division for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2017.
Thank you, trustee Collins, for a seconder. All those in favor? Carried.
And finally, that the reclassification, appointment, establishment of positions as detailed in the confidential memorandum from the chief superintendent dated October 3rd, 2016 be approved.
For seconder, trustee Friedman. Thank you. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. And now inquiries and announcements. Do you have trustee Collins? Trustee Kishner?
I have a few small matters that came out of the MSBA e-bulletin. I just wanted to bring to your attention if you didn't have a chance to see them. The first is the See Us Here Us Refugee, Immigrant and Newcomers Conference, sponsored by the Social Justice Coalition, with our partner MSBA, MAS, and MTS. It's on October 27th, and it will, the evening, that's the start of it. It's 6:30 to 8:30, and it's at Hugh John Macdonald School. The following day, it's at the Peace Village, and it runs all day. There's a $25 registration fee that you can pay to MTS. It's kind of a convoluted registration sign-up thing that they created, but you can get through it eventually. But what I wanted to do especially was thank our staff that are partly hosting this. For example, Hugh John Macdonald School. I believe there's some tours of some of our inner city schools as well. So if you're able to go, that would be great. But wanted you to know about it. The other thing is some upcoming professional development for trustees that are interested in governance. It's a workshop on November 25th. It's called The Human Side of Effective and Efficient Governance. It's all about the people. So it has subjects on it like the agony and ecstasy, why be a school trustee? Are you my type and why we can't get along? It's presented by Dr. Stephen Hansen. He's the retired executive director of that BC School Trustees Association. And he has expertise in helping groups of people work together. So, and just thought that's another thing, if you have time, you can attend that. It's $150 for that. It's at the Norwood Hotel. Then the last thing I wanted to bring to the attention of everyone was something called the Horatio Alger Association of Canada, which is a charitable organization. It's just come into Canada, and it gives awards for 130 scholarships for up to $5,000 to full-time students in their last year of high school. They changed it this year. It used to be that it focused on university, but you can actually get scholarships to attend trades as well now. It's students are chosen on the basis of financial needs, family incomes. Students with coming from family incomes under $65,000 are eligible. They have to demonstrate integrity, perseverance, and a commitment to post-secondary education. The deadline is October 25th, 2016, and in our package towards the end is the login to the website, but you can find it by a Google search. And it's not something that's very well known at this point in Manitoba, so I thought it would be good to spread the word that it's there for students and families. Thank you.
Trustee Kishner?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I'd like to start off by saying a huge thank you to all of the trustees, all of the staff, all of the students, all of everybody you can possibly think of from all walks of life across our province, across our country. On September 30th, we had a fantastic Orange Shirt Day. I'm very pleased by the turnout in the Winnipeg School Division in particular. And again, I would like to thank Trustee Collins for passing on that special orange shirt from the Manitoba Teachers Society. That was very nice, and I thank everybody who worked on that for making this an issue that is now definitely at the forefront of everybody's minds after that. Secondly, and I have a couple of questions for administration. Just humor me for a minute while I bring them up. As we had during budget presentations from the community last year, one of the ideas brought forward was transportation for a purchase of a bus for students at Sisler. And we had discussed that at length, and I'm curious where that is at, because my understanding was we were hoping to have something in place for the start of school year this year, and I'm just curious where we are at with that in particular.
At the moment, we don't have information on the purchase of a bus. Students continue to be bused with wheelchair services if they're going out to community activities. And those activities are activities that enhance the curriculum. But we don't have a bus that we purchased as a Winnipeg School Division.
Yes, no, I understand that. We had actually decided that it could probably be done within the context of what we actually had as the transportation department. And there was some talk of actually being able to use the buses that we currently have instead of, and in addition to the fact that many of these students have to struggle through the snowbanks that aren't cleaned. I know that's not our job. But to take Winnipeg Transit, and we were discussing actually putting forward our own buses that are sitting there during the day and using them for transporting these students, and I'm very curious where that is sitting at right now.
Through the chair to Trustee Koszelanek. We do have buses, to my knowledge, that are equipped already. I'm not sure if the students at Sisler have requested that, but we do have some buses in transportation that are equipped to take students.
Buses exist, whether they go to Sisler or not, I have to check.
So can we follow up on that then? Because there was extensive discussions, and at the time, the plan was that by the start of this school year, we would have a plan in place for making those buses accessible, and probably within budget were the discussions that I recall. And that was the one issue. The second issue is I had a bit of information from a parent at, again, Sisler High School. In our community access program, we have 22 students and 20 staff in the one room at any given time. And is there a consideration for the fact that a lot of the students, many of the students I should say, that are in this program have difficulty dealing with the larger groups of people and the confusion around that? And I'm just wondering if we could get an update on that, if at all possible, including the cancellation of the Andrew Minarski program that was a part of that as well?
Through the chair. Yes, we do have 22 students and many staff, as many of our students do require one-on-one support. When we say one room, it is quite a large room, so it's not a regular classroom. And not all the students are there at all times because students are going out for different activities, and many students are also integrated into other subject areas. Have we looked into that? Yes. It's part of the 5-year plan. It has been submitted to a public school finance board to renovate that whole area. And at the present time, the building department is also looking at the grooming room and the room across that particular room that Trustee Koszelanek is referring to see how the space can be better utilized and how we can provide extra space in the meantime. But we are expecting renovations to that whole area there.
Thank you very much for that, and I do recognize it's difficult to see each other through the chairs that we now have. I do apologize. I'll try to stay standing up for any further questions. And finally, on that same note of that program, there appears to be some cancellation of some perks that the children had enjoyed in the past, such as a weekly hot lunch and snack availability. And is there, what's the explanation on that one? And I will remain standing, so we're not trying to peek around a chair.
I'll lean a little bit as well. I'm not sure if that was a perk, but I was informed that parents at some point used to pay $15 towards a hot lunch and some snacks. It was becoming very difficult to collect the fees, and that practice was stopped.
Thank you very much for your answers today. I really do appreciate them. Thank you.
Trustee Frieden.
Thank you. I would like to express my many thanks to our administration, in particular Brenda Lapointe, for helping to get a student from my ward into school after a series of challenges. The family is very thankful, and I am confident the student will find success in the school that they were placed. And last week I had the opportunity to visit Seven Oaks School Division's new Met School in Maples Collegiate. It's a very interesting structure and a fascinating experience to see it and to present to the students, and I look forward to similar structures in the Winnipeg School Division.
Anyone else? New business, condolences, that the board simply be reported with regret in the bereavement of the following. On June 22, 2016, Donald Grant, retired caretaker, a member of our staff for 26 years. On July 3rd, 2016, Evelyn Rollick, clerk, a member of our staff for 7 years. On July 31, 2016, Adoracion Macapagal, retired lab assistant, a member of our staff for 17 years. On August 26, 2016, Frederick Ward, head taker, a member of our staff for 26 years. On September 4, 2016, Dorothy Roberts, EA, a member of our staff for 10 years. On September 9, 2016, Rose Metcalfe, retired library tech assistant, a member of our staff for 13 years. On September 16, 2016, Susanna Carrera, education assistant, a member of our staff for 17 years. On September 5th, 2016, Adeline Parker, retired teacher assistant, a member of our staff for 16 years, and that this motion be adopted by a silent standing vote. Thank you. Bylaw 1248, second and final reading, debenture borrowing promissory note. Moved by trustee Broughton, seconded by trustee Wassiliou, that the bylaw 1248, a bylaw of the Winnipeg School Division for the purpose of borrowing the sum of $2,318,400 for certain building projects, be read a second time in short. Any discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Mr. Cochin, bylaw number 1248.
Bylaw of the Winnipeg School Division for the purpose of borrowing the sum of $2,318,400 and of issuing a debenture and or promissory note hereinafter called the security, therefore.
Moved by trustee Broughton, seconded by trustee Wassiliou, that the rules be suspended in order for bylaw 1248 to be read a third time. All those in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Moved by trustee Broughton, seconded by trustee Wassiliou, that bylaw 1248, a bylaw of the Winnipeg School Division, be read a third time in short and passed. Any discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Mr. Cochin.
A bylaw of the Winnipeg School Division for the purpose of borrowing the sum of $2,318,400 and of issuing a debenture and or promissory note hereinafter called the security, therefore.
Winnipeg School Division, Winnipeg Teachers Association Joint Committee election. So at a meeting held September 12, 2016, elections and appointments were held for board committees, and trustee Koshlanek, trustee Wassiliou, and trustee Broughton were nominated as members of the WSTWTA Joint Committee. We are to appoint one of the committee members as chair of the committee for the 2016-2017 school year. Is there nominations from the floor as a chair of the committee? Trustee Wassiliou.
I nominate trustee Broughton.
Trustee Broughton, do you accept the nomination?
I do, thank you.
And trustee Collins?
Just have one question. Is it, because trustee Broughton's spouse is part of the WTA, is that appropriate?
You're asking if it's a conflict of interest?
Yeah, it's up to you to say.
I've served on the committee in the past, and I've always declared any conflicts of interest to both the administration and the WTA when required.
Are there any further nominations? So is there a seconder? Thank you. So moved by trustee Wassiliou, seconded by trustee Friedman, that trustee Broughton be appointed as chair of the Winnipeg School Division, Winnipeg Teachers Association Joint Committee for the 2016-2017 school year. All those in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Congratulations, trustee Broughton.
Thank you.
Oath of office motion, notice of which was given by trustee Koshlanek, September 12, 2016. So moved by trustee Koshlanek. Do you have a seconder? Thank you, trustee Wassiliou, that section 1.3 of the procedural bylaw 1203 be deleted as follows. And I'll read the deletion. The Secretary Treasurer of the Board, at the first meeting following an election, shall call the meeting to order and proceed to read the returns of the election as certified by the returning officer. Elected members shall take their places after having first taken the affidavit of qualifications and oath of office and allegiance, and that it be replaced as follows. 1.3, the Secretary Treasurer of the Board, at the first meeting following an election, A, shall call the meeting to order and proceed to read to the Board the returns of the election as certified by the returning officer. B, shall call the elected members collectively to take an oath of office and allegiance. C, shall call upon the elected members individually to sign the affidavit of qualifications as required under the Public Schools Act. D, shall direct the elected officials to take their seats once the affidavit of qualifications has been signed. Trustee Koscielny, would you like to speak on this?
I certainly would, Chair. This was brought up by my election and me being sworn into office in a back room, which I felt extremely odd. It did not give the public the opportunity to witness our oath. It did not, in my opinion, really show respect to the office and the oath of office which we were taking. Several school boards do it publicly. Brandon School Board, it is part of their video presentation. The Winnipeg City Council and all other city councils do it as part of their public portion of their first meeting, as well as our MLAs, our MPs, and everybody else has these massive award ceremonies, and we do ours in a tiny little back room that the public never gets to see. So I brought this forward, and I was meaning to bring this forward just simply to go to governance. However, we have an election, and this gives us an opportunity to actually test out these new rules for the first time when there is just one, to make sure that they actually work and we can tweak them for the next general election if need be. But this gives us the opportunity of the person to swear to the public, in front of the public, that they will maintain their oath of office.
Is there any discussion? So all those in favor? Any opposed? Carried. School bus vehicle for marketing public relations. Notice a motion by Trustee Wassiliou that the administration explore the options of purchasing or building a school bus vehicle to be used for marketing public relations purposes by the Winnipeg School Division, and that this matter be referred to the Public Relations Communication Committee for the review and recommendation. This matter will be added to the agenda for discussion at the next meeting, November 7, 2016. 7.6, Swim to Survive program. The following notice of motion is being presented by Trustee Wassiliou. 1, that the administration endorse the Swim to Survive program or develop a similarly focused program for students in the Winnipeg School Division. 2, that the administration contact the province and the city of Winnipeg to discuss the possibility of entering into a joint partnership to administer and fund a swimming program for students in the Winnipeg School Division. 3, that the administration report back to the Board of Trustees on the status of offering a swimming program to students in the Winnipeg School Division and whether a partnership with the City of Winnipeg is possible by March 30th, 2017. This matter will be added to the agenda for discussion at the next meeting, November 7th, 2016. Agenda information items. Moved by Trustee Wassiliou, seconded by Trustee Koscielny, that information correspondence IC 2416 be received as information. Any discussion? It looks like a trustee might have an item for discussion.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that, no, sorry, not on that one.
All those in favor? Carried. Moved by Trustee Koscielny, seconded by Trustee Friedman.
I am sorry, Chair, I cannot move this item. I am in conflict of interest on the second
Okay,
item.
I thought I saw your brow firm. Okay, moved by Trustee Friedman, seconded by Trustee Collins, that information correspondence IC 2416 be received as information. All those in favor? Thank you, carried. That superintendent's information report number 9, 2016 be received as information. Any discussion?
I apologize. This is the one that I'm actually in conflict of.
Okay.
And it is simply because my child is one of the ones under there, so I cannot move on this one. But I would like to say, awesome job, Tech Voc.
Okay, so
I'm getting confused over how you were following it. My apologies.
So 8.1 will stand, moved by trustee Collins and seconded by trustee Friedman. And 8.2,
Is the one I am in conflict with, yes.
fine. And so we'll, same order, all those in favor? Any opposed? Carried. You moved and seconded. Business matters is defined in Rule 43.7. Moved by trustee Broughton, seconded by trustee Friedman, that the board move into business matters as defined by Rule 43.7. Good.
I move that the leave of absence without salary as outlined in the confidential report dated October 3rd, 2016 be granted.
You have a seconder, trustee Collins, thank you. All those in favor? Carried. Trustee Broughton.
I'd like to report that the board provided direction to the administration regarding 3 collective agreement negotiations. And finally, that the board discussed a personnel matter and direction was provided to the chair.
Point of clarification, 9.5, direction provided to administration as well.
Thank you, trustee Kostelanek. Yes, trustees discussed an MSBA survey and direction was provided to the administration.
Excellent, thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Thank you, trustee Friedman. Thank you, trustee Kostelanek. Thank you, trustees. All those in favor? Good night.